country manager. Lenny already, share the good news to all of you that this couple of months, our business is growing. Sales is up, sponsoring is up, business is up. So it's good news. And not only that, I think just now Lenny just shared with me a very good news that our co-founder, family, Dark Divorce, and Steve and Anda, and also the top management of Amway in Ada, Michigan, United States, they are very, I should say, serious about helping Philippines to grow. Very serious. And of course, most important thing, they are already committed to invest a lot of money in Philippines. We already got a nice warehouse, right? So not just that, and then of course we have a lot of very exciting program for all of you. Also a lot of incentive, the A-Now program, etc. And also just now, Lenny will share with me that we are going to help people like you who are new in the business so that you can follow the system and grow step by step. Sometimes to reach platinum, to become 20%, there may be a little bit challenge for new people. Especially we have a lot of young people here, a lot of young people. So we're going to have a fantastic program to help the new people and the young people so that you can have the knowledge and also the confidence to grow in the Amway business. But most important, we're excited because we have a lot of upcoming leaders here in our organization. Yes, so congratulations to all of you. I just want to say a few words only that to encourage you, that this is the right time to build the Amway business in Philippines. And I wouldn't say that success is easy, but I want to assure you success is, that you can do it. It can be done. And it's simple. The business is simple. Don't make it complicated. In fact, all you need to do is just to follow a very simple formula. I'm sure you heard about the formula before. And if you can follow it, I believe that we all the leaders up front here, we follow this simple formula, we are successful. And this formula is universal, and it has been proven everywhere, whether in Malaysia, in Thailand, in United States, or in Japan or Korea. Everywhere, we all follow the same formula. That is 3S formula. You've heard of the 3S formula? Yes, that's the foundation, that's the key to success in the Amway business, 3S. First S is selling. If this is business, you got to sell, you got to have customers. But I'm not going to teach you how to sell, how to become a salesman. In fact, I just want you to know that you too can become successful in the Amway business. You know why? Because most of the people in the Amway business who are successful have never sold anything in their life. So when I first started, I thought, hey, we got to sell products. So the best way to do the business is to sponsor people who have sales experience. So I sponsor a lot of fantastic salesmen. I sponsor some, great car salesmen. They are the top seller in their company. The company even sent them to overseas for training. So in other words, they can sell 10 cars in 1 month. But I tell you, I was wrong when I sponsored them into Amway. Can you imagine they can sell car? Very expensive, but they can't sell LOC. they can't sell. So in other words, I tell you, you see, this business is different from the conventional business. So you got to understand this, that ordinary people like us, like you, maybe you have never sold anything in your life, but I just want to assure you, you can also become successful in the Amway business. The first thing about selling is you got to understand there's some principle behind selling, not so much about skill, technique. I think the most important principle about selling is the power of belief. Yes. You agree with me? Yes. You got to believe first. So in other words, you have to believe in the product first. So if you do not believe the products, then I think you should drop the idea of doing the Amway business. So anything you want to sell, you got to believe first. This is the first principle. The second principle is the power of knowledge. Knowledge is power, right? So don't rush into selling the products. You got to take some time to understand, to learn the product first. So this is so important that you attend meeting regularly. We conduct our training meeting every Tuesday night. So, and also a lot of the leaders are conducting home meeting. So it's so important that you come and attend our regular training meeting to acquire knowledge, because those experienced leaders have been in the business for more than 10 years, some in the business more than 20 years. They know the products in and out. Knowledge is power. So before you start selling, I think don't go and learn about sales technique. You know why? Doesn't mean sales technique will not help you to sell, but to me that is not really that important compared to knowledge. Because we are ordinary people. You are Amway, ABO. You are not salesman or saleswoman. Remember that. So once you understand that, I tell you, you have the knowledge and then you believe the products, every one of you can be successful in the, in selling the Amway products. But there's one more very important concept before I proceed to the next S. It's important that people, remember, people always buy from people that they know and trust. Yes. You agree with me now? Yes. So I think the Amway business is like that. Who do you think you should sell the products to? So you got to understand this principle that people buy from the people that they know and trust. So those people will only buy from the people they know and trust. So do your friends know you? Of course your friends know you. Do your friends trust you? I think that's important. So if your friends know you, your friend trusts you, they'll buy from you. Yes. You get what I mean or not? Yes. So I think when I first started, sometimes when people are new in the Amway business, they want to be salesmen. They go and approach strangers. Yes, I mean the market is very big. If you know how to approach strangers, cold selling, I will encourage you. But when you are new there, you do not have to do that. All you need to do is just follow what I have done before. When I first started, who is my first customer? Beside myself. Of course, I'm always, believe that I am myself is my business first customer. And it's the most important customer. So beside me, I sell the product to who? To my parents, to my brothers, to my sisters. Because these are the people that they know me, they trust me. Yes. Alright, so in other words, if you really want to build the Amway business, I think this is important, that sell to your people that are very close to you, that people trust you, people love you. And to me, I think it's not that difficult. Am I right? Mm-hmm. So you can sell, but it's even more important that what products to sell. Hey, do you know that why a lot of people fail in the Amway business? Because after so many years, the business become complicated. Why become complicated? Because we have too many products. Hey, people say, hey, Amway business is fantastic because we have 500 products. But to me, sometimes it becomes a challenge. How many products do you know? Do you think you can learn all the 500 products? It's almost impossible. So I tell you, it's so important that if you really are serious about building your Amway business, I would encourage to select a few products first, because our time is limited. So I think it's important that we select a few products first. My recommendation is focus on Nutrilite. You know why? Because this is real business. When I was new, I have no choice, because during the earlier times, we have no Nutrilite. We do not have skincare. We do not have a water treatment system, eSpring. We have only LOC, SAE, distro. So we have no choice to go to focus on these few products. And I tell you, very tough. Like, it takes us a long time. You got to sell to a lot of customers. We got to sponsor a lot of ABO before we can qualify 21%. But nowadays we got so many products. If you still go and sell LOC, I tell you, doesn't mean that you should not sell LOC. The phrase here is focus. Focus on Nutrilite. Do you know that the cost of building the Amway business is very expensive? The cost of building your Amway business is expensive because the cost is time. Right? We are not investing money. Yes. All right? We do not need to have a big office. We do not need to employ people. All these are not our cost. Our cost is our time. Your time is priceless. So your time is very expensive. So make sure that, when you conduct a business, you got to think of productivity. You're doing every day, work, sell, sponsor, building the business round and round, and yet no productivity, no production, no volume. Can you imagine? To me, to sell one LOC and to sell one XX, I tell you, is equally difficult. I don't know whether you agree with me. To sell an LOC to a customer and to sell a XX to a customer, to me, I think is equally difficult. But when you spend all the time talking to a lot of people, you get one sales. So finally, you get one customer buy LOC from you. What is the volume of an LOC? Right? So the point here is, the worst thing is, when do you think your customer will come back and buy from you for the second time?
1 year.
Yeah, 1 year later. Right. So this is not really a business lah. Alright, so spend so much time and effort, finally you got one sales, and then the customer very happy with the product, highly concentrated, wow, can clean this, can clean that, and then use a little at a time. 1 year only, finish one bottle. Then 1 year later, they come back to you, can I buy the second one? This is not business.
Yes.
But when you focus on neutralize, of course, the best is follow Dr. Hong's lecture, to sell Happy Meal.
Yeah.
But sometimes to sell Happy Meal, it takes some time to acquire the knowledge. So maybe you can start with maybe a protein powder, or maybe vitamin C, or maybe calcium, magnesium. Just choose a few products first, maybe 1 or 2. Vitamin C also can, double X also can, or protein powder also can. Because I believe that if you just choose 1 or 2 products, and then you can learn the knowledge much faster. Am I right or not?
Yes.
So even to learn 3, 4, 100 products, you got to take a couple of years. But if you only focus on 1 or 2 products, it takes you just a few weeks. You can master the knowledge already. Trust me. Can you imagine if every day, you learn about vitamin C? Every day, if you're really serious, there are a lot of books talk about vitamin C. Alright? There are a lot of information up in the internet. There are a lot of recording training speeches by all those very successful MWABO. There are a lot of professional doctors, scientists, and nutritionists are in the Amway business, and we have a lot of Amway company staff. So just focus on 1 or 2 products and then try to sell that product. Trust me. It's as easy as selling an LOC or an SA8 or a distro. So if you understand that, then it's a good start. Alright? So selling is the first set. S. What is the second S? What to me is servicing. You know why? Because remember just now I said you are not sales people. You are a business owner. ABO, Amway business owner. Now you own your own business. We are doing business. If you are just a salesman, you sell one product to one customer, and every month you got to keep getting new customer. You have to be a salesman. Every month you got to get new customer. But no, to me is I would rather service my customer properly, so that my customer keep buying back from me. Just think about that. You have 100 customer. But every month you get 10. So 10 months you got 100 customer. I may get only 1 customer, but 10 months later I got 10 good customer. So I take care of my good customer because I give them very good service. So my customer coming back from me. So maybe 1 year later I don't have to get new customer any longer, because my customer is loyal customer, long-term buyer. I tell this is a concept very important. Hey, why we are so excited about Amway business? Not just because we want to earn money. We want to earn passive income. We want to have security. We want to build a business that is long term. We want to build a business one day, even we sleep, we can still earn money. Yes. That we call it passive income. But if your customer never come back to you, how can you achieve this goal of building a long-term business? Understand or not? Yes. 10 customer is much easier compared to getting 100 customer, am I right? Yes. Hey, a lot of time spent if you want to get 100 customer. Equally, you may have to spend a lot of time to get to secure 10 good customers. But these 10 good customers will come back from you year after year. You see my point or not? So even though you spend the same amount of time to get 10 customers or to get 10 regular customers compared to the time you get 100 customers, to me, to get 10 long-term loyal customers is more productive. Agree?
Yes.
Say yes. Agree?
Yes.
Good. So you understand already. So how to service? To me, to service is to care. Customer is your customer. I think you got to let your customer know you care how they use the product properly. You care whether your customer are happy with the performance of the products or not. So don't let your customer have to misunderstand you that what you care is profit. Right? To me, that's not important. To me, it's more important whether your customer are happy with the products or not. Whether your customer use the product properly or not. So, what do you mean by to service? The meaning to service is to care. Another point about service is to educate. Hey, your customer need education, especially nutritional products. We need to provide a lot of information. We need to educate our customer properly so that our customer understand what do you mean by organic farm. What do we mean by balanced diet? How to achieve a balanced diet, how to eat well, how to be healthy, and what do you mean by quality? All these are knowledge. Your customer need you to educate them. Before you can educate your customer, educate yourself first. So that's the reason why I think it's important. Come and attend every meeting. Agree or not?
Yes.
So come and attend our meeting. Learn from your upline. Learn from those people who are experienced, because we can teach you how to, service and educate your customer properly. So if your customer have proper education, have the knowledge, your customer are happy with the performance of the products, your customer, I tell you, remember that's what I talk about. Focus on Nutrilite, like protein powder, like double X. If your customer are happy with those products, you don't have to wait for 1 year. They will come back to you the next month. Right? Is that correct or not?
Yes.
One protein powder for one person. 1 month. Finish already. So if your customer so happy with the protein powder, they'll come back the next month. They have no choice because it's the best. Nutrilite, double X also the same. Vitamin C also the same. So if you educate your customer properly, your customer are happy, satisfied, I tell you, your customer will keep coming back to you month after month, month after month. That's how you achieve long-term business. That's how you can build a business that provide you with the security, to give you the passive income. So the first S is selling, the second S is service, and of course the third S is sponsoring. Oh, there are a couple of principles which is very important. Everybody are excited about, how to sponsor people. But before you go out and sponsor people, there are a couple of questions you got to ask yourself first. Ask yourself this question, okay? When you think of sponsoring, who to sponsor? Who to sponsor? Who are your prospects? Why him? Why her? What is your reason? So you got to know first. Don't simply go out and sponsor people. So what is your motive? Your motive? You want to sponsor someone. What is your motive? Why do you want to sponsor the guy? To sponsor him or her? To benefit you? Hey, think about it. To sponsor him or her? To make you rich? To sponsor people to work for you? Think about that. If you don't understand this principle of sponsoring, I tell you can sponsor. You will not get good people. Alright? And you may sponsor a lot of people. But I tell you, these people sign up with the wrong motive. Because they sign up not because you really explain to them Why do you want them to sign up? Okay, so this is a very important question that you have to ask yourself. Why sponsoring? What is your motive? Why you want to sponsor people? And then the second question is, what makes you think that your prospect is a good prospect? Do you think you need to qualify your prospect first?
Yes.
Do you think everybody can become Amway distributor?
No.
Yes or no?
Yes.
When I was new in the Amway business, I was always been trained by a lot of experienced Amway people. Amway is for everybody. Everybody can join the business.
Would be close.
In a way, yes. That's why some of you say yes. Everybody can join the Amway business. But doesn't mean that everybody can do the Amway business, right? In the first place, I think you got to think of your prospect first. Why does your prospect need the business? Think first. Many of us have the wrong concept of sponsoring. We always choose people to sponsor. Oh, this guy, he's rich. He has got a lot of money. He's too busy, so I don't think he's my prospect. Oh, she's poor. She got no money. She needs the business. She needs money. Oh, this lady, she got nothing to do. She got all the freedom in the world. So, she's suitable for Amway business. Yes or no? Yes. You'd be surprised, I tell you, you sponsor people, who seems to need the opportunity. There are a lot of people who are poor, but they are not poor because they are happy with what they have. You get what I mean or not? So to me is, yes, you have to qualify your prospect. But I think you have to look for people. Remember, don't look for people who need the opportunity. Look for people who want. So maybe he is rich. Maybe he is very successful, but he wants more. Right? Maybe he wants something that his job, his profession cannot give him. Maybe he has enough money, but maybe, he wants satisfaction. He wants to be recognized on stage, so that people know him, people cheers him. Right? So different people have different needs, different wants. I think that is a very important concept. Sponsor people who want. Unless your prospect wants something that Amway can offer. So in other words, when you go out and prospecting and sponsor people, you got to make sure that before you approach that prospect and offer him the business, ask yourself, what does he want? Is anything about the business that can, meet his needs or wants or not? If the answer is yes, then congratulations. I'm sure you can sponsor him. I tell you, my group, sometimes they go out and sponsor a lot of people. To me, it seems that these people really need the opportunity. They are poor, they come from background, but I tell you, unsuccessful. And yet there are a lot of people. Dr. Hong, do you think you need Amway? You are successful already, what? You got everything, what? Right? People recognize you as a successful doctor, but yet you still do the Amway business. Right or not? Monica, see, her husband is well estate. Very successful. Got a lot of money. A lot of, real estates. A lot of apartments, houses. Does she need the business? Does she need the money? Maybe she wants more. Maybe she wants something else. You get what I mean? Not? Maybe she wants to help people. I tell you, you got to ask yourself this question. Why do you want to sponsor your prospects? What does he need? Is there anything that our business can, really satisfy what he wants or not? So if the answer is yes, I tell you, go ahead, you can sponsor. You can sponsor good people. The next question I think is very important before you go out and sponsor people is, how many people do you think you need to sponsor? How many? These are the questions that you need to understand. Otherwise, you keep sponsoring, and yet you'll be disappointed. It's not how many people you sponsor. Alright? And there's no money in sponsoring. Do you know that? Yes. Amway never pay you for sponsoring. Amway only pay you for helping people. So the key point here is not how many people you sponsor, it's how many people you can help. You can sponsor 30 people, may not make you a platinum. You may just sponsor 3 good prospects, may make you a platinum. Do you know that?
Yes.
If you really go back and ask your upline to explain to you the concept of how you sponsor good people and how you help the people to grow the business, I tell you, if you do it properly, really you do not need to sponsor 30 or 40 or 50 people.
Yes.
But doesn't mean that I do not want you to encourage you to sponsor, but I want you to really understand the concept behind. So in other words, there are certain people I do not want to sponsor one. Not everybody is my prospects, you know. Not everybody qualified to become an Amway ABO. There are certain people, don't waste your time. For example, you know, there are people who are not prepared to work. I may not want to sponsor people who are not prepared to work. Because this is a business.
Yes.
Alright? I mean, yes, you talk about money, you talk about dreams, you talk about success. You don't have to work, you can become successful. There's no such thing in this world that you do not have to put in effort and you can get all those good things on.
Yeah.
You have to work one. See my point or not? So don't waste your time to sponsor people who are not prepared to work. And also there's another group of people I never want to sponsor. I will not want to sponsor people who want to get rich overnight. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, there are people who are only interested in making quick money. But Amway is not it's a quick so-called, it's a quick money game. Alright? Or of course, if you want to make quick money, you go to the share market, maybe you can make quick money.
Yeah.
Right? But not Amway. Amway is a business where you have to build step by step. So people who are not prepared to work, people who want to earn quick money, who want to be rich overnight, all these are not our prospects. So don't waste your time to sponsor this kind of prospect. I would rather sponsor people, ordinary people, people like us, people like you, who are prepared to work, who are simple, who believe in those philosophy or principle of the Amway business. And then if you do that, you really do not have to sponsor too many people. Sponsor the good one, sponsor the serious one, sponsor the right one. A few, maybe just 3, you can become, platinum. Okay? Of course, it's very difficult that you sponsor 3 and you all the 3 are very good. Maybe you have to sponsor a few more than 3. Maybe you can sponsor 10 or 20, and then you can buy 3 good ones. But what I really want to tell you is, if you can get 3 good ones, it's better than you get 30 or 100 people who are not serious about the Amway business. So this is the 3 S: selling, servicing, sponsoring. And the last thing is, I want to encourage all of you, okay? I want you to go back and really have a bigger dream, because the business begin to grow now. And it's really very exciting about this market, because according to Lenny, Amway top management in ADA, they already listed Philippines as one of the most potential market in the world. And yes, do you know that in the top management, we have over 100 markets in the world. Over 100 subsidiaries in the world. Okay, now with over 100 even countries in the world that have Amway business. But Philippines is the top 10 in Amway's mind. Right? So one of the reasons is because we have about 100,000 population. 100 million, sorry, 100,000. 100 million. And the exciting thing is 70% of the people are age under 35. Okay? Really young people. And I tell you, one thing good about the Amway business, I'm 66. I'm 66. I talked to one of my, Amway staff from the United States who came and visited me, asked me, Fu, you seem to work very hard. How old are you? I said, I already 66. He looked at me, no, you are not already 66, you are just 66. So it's not about age. Alright. So, this is something good about the Amway business. I am 66, but I can sponsor people who are just 20.
Wow.
Can I?
Yes.
Yes, and I tell you, young people, nowadays young people are, the young people are very enterprising, very aggressive, and the young people now very good, you know. I know sometimes you look, you see, oh, this young guy, you know, who want to, maybe have a lot of distraction, this and that. Yes, maybe a lot of distraction for the young people. But once the young guy understand the potential of the Amway business, once these young people focus, I tell them they can do wonders. I can quote with you some example. I just came back from where? Let me see. From Vietnam, from Malaysia, and also from Thailand. I've been to this country this couple of weeks. Let me share with you. These three young gentlemen is my downline in Malaysia. Three brothers. Three brothers. Next. Yeah, they are very young. The oldest is 28. And then the second one I think is 27. The youngest is 25. All of them are diamond. Wow. Okay? All of them are diamond. Three brothers. Okay? Next. And I got another downline in Vietnam. Very young single lady. I started the business at the age of 26. But my downline in Vietnam, so sweet, so young. I don't know when she started the business, but she became diamond last year at the age of 23.
Wow.
Single, 23 years old. She's a diamond. Next. And do you know that this current year, she will be qualifying executive diamond. So don't underestimate the power of young people, And 70% of the population in the Philippines is young people. So I tell you, you better go out and share, this Amway opportunity with the young people, right? It's good for you. She told me that, Mr. Fu, I make a commitment. By the age of 25, I want to be the youngest crown ambassador. Wow. She has the goal. I think that's very, very important. Next, do you think she can become crown ambassador? Of course she can. Like this couple, they are crown ambassador in Thailand. Crown ambassador, very young. I think the husband probably around 30 or slightly over 30, and the wife is 29. Crown ambassador. Right? Next. Yeah. Look. Handsome, beautiful, crown ambassador. Hey, I think we have a lot of potential young Amway or potential prospects in Philippines, right?
Yes.
Do you believe in them?
Yes.
Hey, you better believe in them. Okay, if you don't sponsor them, somehow, somewhere, sometime, somebody else could sponsor them. Right? So I would rather encourage all of you, go back, be excited about the market, be excited about your business, be excited about your future and your dream, and make it happen. All the best to you.
Thank you, Mr. Fu. Thank you for your fantastic sharing and your inspiring. Wow, inspiration. People, can we